Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another room tour video. This is the yearly update for my room tour that I give just to kind of show off some of the changes I've made. There's not a whole lot of changes from this year to last year, but there was enough that I thought it was worth sharing. So I'll go through some of the new things. If you're interested in some of the older stuff, you can check those out in the previous videos. And just a disclaimer, for any of the mocks that you see here, I am starting to make instructions for all of these, and they are free on a Google Drive. You can download them yourself and make them. If you have any questions, let me know, but all I ask is that if you use them in any of your videos, just, credit my Instagram at New England 4 or my YouTube channel. That would be greatly appreciated. So thank you guys for your support, but we'll get on with it here. So I can't remember exactly, but this top shelf here, we've got Obi-Wan and Vader, and that's one of my more recent mocks, and I may have improved some of these since the last time you saw them, but we got Vader's Castle. This is the Order 66 Jedi Temple, and then we got the helmets down here. I am looking to add the Kylo Ren. That's probably something that you'll see next year. Then we go down here and we got the Ahsoka stuff. So we got the T6 shuttle and some of the mocks alongside that. We got Malachor with a custom Ahsoka there, and the World Between Worlds, Duel on Peridia, and the Ghost. Great set. And I think this section has mostly stayed the same. So we got, Palpatine's arrest. We got my Geonosis mock. Probably my favorite mock that I've made. I have not made instructions for that one yet. That'll probably be the last one I do. But we got Naboo, Duel of the Fates, and Geonosis Duel. And then we got some ships down here. I think the new one would be the Acclamator. I replaced Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter there. And then we got Plo Koon's Delta 7. I know the Microfighter came out this year, so if you're interested, those were, this was made by Mr. Idler, and I do have a video on my channel reviewing that. And I think the instructions were free too, so that was a cool build. I think it was like $40 maybe, so definitely check that out if you're interested. I think it's worth getting if you want to upgrade from the Microfighter. And then down here we got my Revenge of the Sith shelf, and I upgraded my ARC 170, so this is the one from this year. And I actually made a video on like some of the modifications I did. So I made the engines bigger, I added the cannons on the end. I have since improved the nose, I think. It was a little blocky in the previous version. I've kind of tried to give it that, the signature look there in the front. So I might make an updated instruction booklet or something for that instead of just a video, but we'll see. Everything else is mostly the same there, and the invisible hand in the back. That's a great little MIDI scale ship. And then we got some other vehicles, the turbo tank, which I think is far superior to the one that's coming out this year. If you know, you know. And the Kashyyyk Command Center, that is also a mock as well. And then on the other side, we've got some sequel stuff. So we've got Duel on Starkiller, we got Luke and Kylo Ren on crate with the Kylo Ren's command shuttle in the back. And then the Duel on Kijimi. I like to have those little builds there. And then we have my Exegol Sith Throne, which is one of my favorite mocks that I've done, with the new Rise of Skywalker Palpatine from the Encyclopedia. It's crazy that it's been like 6 years since that movie came out, and that's the first figure from that scene, but yeah, it is what it is. And then we got some other things from the sequel trilogy here. This shelf we have the dioramas. I really like these sets. I hope Lego brings them back at some point. I know they were kind of expensive, but they certainly look great. And this is the you know, 3 of the best. I think the Dagobah, Endor, and then the Emperor's Throne Room. And then we have the 2015 Slave 1 and the Bespin Duel set. And then the Rise of Skywalker Falcon on a display stand. I think those look really good together. And then below that we have the Rebels stuff here. Got the Nebulon, the A-Wing, and then fleshed out the Yavin 4 base with the Tantive in the back. Then we got the big boy, the UCS AT-AT. Awesome set. I'm super happy I got that one before it retired. It's definitely the hallmark of my collection right now. And this is new. So last time I said I was going to get the sail barge if it came out as a UCS set, and here we are. So we've got the sail barge with the desert skiff and the Sarlacc pit. Unfortunately, it is way too much to get both of these together, but if you can get a discount or a promo or something, I think it's totally worth it. These guys look great, and I'm super happy to have that up there. I think it fits nice on the top. This section we've kind of filled out as well, so we got some of the other dioramas, and then I really love this Death Star Final Duel playset. This is basically the same thing as the Emperor's Throne Room here, but I think those are really nice. And then we have the Mandalorian kind of all-in-one build here. So this is like season 3, you know, the final battle. We got Mando and then Moff Gideon. It's a super awesome minifigure. And then this is new as well, the no disintegrations scene from Empire Strikes Back. That's a MOC. It's made by somebody else. I did a review on that one as well if you'd like to check it out. And then down here we've got Jabba's palace. This is the Boba Fett's palace technically, but I've kind of added, you know, the OG characters in there. And I also added a light brick function to kind of illuminate the back there. And then we got the binary sunset scene. I've kind of tweaked it a bit, so it's this is a little bit more finished than what you saw last time. And then my carbon freezing chamber mock, which is still one of my favorites. Down here is the Endor and Hoth scene, mostly the same. AT-ST and the Endor bunker, those are both mocks. And I think everything looks really good in there. And then we got my tie shelf. Still looks pretty good. Down here we have the Imperial Scythe, the X-Wing, and the Imperial Shuttle with the Kenobi duel from the show there, final duel. And then the final shelf here are my Star Destroyers, so classic ISD, and then the Super Star Destroyer and the Light Cruiser, all there. So that is the shelf, and it's amazing because last year at this time I was still kind of fleshing it out and, you know, filling up the space, but we're pretty much there now, and it's yeah, I think it looks great. So that is the main display. We'll just take a quick look over here, some of the other stuff. Got Darth Vader's transformation and some parts there. And then in my closet we have a bunch of parts as well. So these are more of like the sorted parts that I use for mocks. And then I got some minifigures in here. We got Clone Troopers, prequel stuff. We got original trilogy, Christmas, TV shows, and then this is like the non-Star Wars up there. Got, of course, my minifigure displays, some unopened promotional sets mostly back here, and then some of the clone command station packs. That is the UCS Millennium Falcon, and then the back is the UCS Gunship. I know I still have not built those, it's a shame, but I definitely will get around to it once I have space. And then we have my Hogwarts, which is about the only major non-Star Wars set I have, but it's a really great set. And then we got some stuff up here, boxes, and Kobe Titanic. That is not Lego, but it's another building block system that's pretty good. And the Indiana Jones temple set, and then camper van. Down here we've got some more books. I did get the Force of Creativity book. That was a nice one. And then in here we've got plenty of parts, more minifigures, like parts, things like that. Disassembled sets. These are mostly like disassembled sets that I just didn't have space for, and I put in bags, advent calendar stuff. Nothing really too exciting there. And somewhere in my closet, I also have the UCS Venator from this year. Another set that I got with the, it was like the 20% promotion that they had, the cashback thing, there it is, and I also got a stand for it. So eventually I will build those. It's just now is not the right time. So those will be fun projects once I get around to them. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for under there. And then down here, I kind of reorganized this a little bit. So we've got my instruction manuals. I'm not gonna really bore you too much with these, but it's pretty heavy. This literally, that's all of my instruction manuals from over the 18 years that I've been collecting. And then we got some sets in here that I did not have space to display. And unfortunately, some of these are new sets, like the Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor. Mostly these sets, I just, you know, I choose not to display. It's not really that I don't like them or anything, but you know, I just prioritize some other sets. And sometimes I shuffle them around. It really just depends. And there is the 2010 ARC 170. I did disassemble that after I replaced the other one. We got some promotional stuff. 2011 Falcon, some battle packs, fighter tank. I do have another Mosaic back there as well. I haven't really found anything to build on that yet, but we'll get around to the other in a second. I'll show you those. And then under here is just some more bulk parts that I frequently don't use, but they are there if I need them. And then over here we've got, this is the Return of the Jedi Luke's lightsaber. I parted that out after I could not get the promotion. Even though I did get the sail barge, I missed out on the promotion. We got the Rogue Vader MOC, and then, you know, sailboat promotion. That might be my favorite promotion Lego's ever done. And then we've got my Jedi Temple March. I am working on instructions for that one very shortly. Should be out soon. And then we got my desk set up over here. And I actually did get a monitor for work, but I am working on using the extra space to build, you know, instructions. So right now I'm working on Yoda versus Palpatine, a little bit of a sneak peek of a project that I haven't made a video for, but I will make eventually there. We've got Some Patriot stuff. We got the big dual fates there, and the Mosaics. And then we got my tower here. I think this is mostly the same from last time, all the minifigures. Again, if you're interested to see a little bit more detailed look, you can see some of the other ones, but a lot of these in there are like Clone Army Customs, minifigs for you. Clones. We got Mos Eisley, and then down here's the Separatist stuff, the awesome MTT. I'm definitely getting the new one. I'll probably put it right next to that one as well. And that'll be pretty cool. Got my Star Wars logo before they ever made the set. I'll probably get the new logo at some point, but you know, because I have this one, it's like I'm not in a super big rush to get it, but yeah. So that is really pretty much it for the collection, guys. It's crazy. I've been collecting for 18 years now, and this is, you know, kind of the state of things. So if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. If you want to see like more detailed look at any of these things, check out my channel. I probably made a video on some of it, or if you want to see like the previous room tours, they're there for your viewing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you all next time.